So I finally went over my Viral 5 Start Guide, and a couple things I'm going to go over that I learned is that Vincent Ortega said that if you want your business to go viral, he quoted the scripture. He says, "Do you see the man who is speedy in his business? He will save." Or he will sell among the kings, not the obscure people. Sorry if I quoted that wrong. And that's in Proverbs somewhere. And he said that successful people who are looking to be successful, they have to be diligent. They have to be speedy. They have to follow other people that where successful people are at and be consistent in what they do, which I can so relate to because that's something that I'm starting to learn as a part of being in the island family. And going into the viral laws, he says that focus on the futuristic result. Okay, people do not want your product. They want to see the end result. Okay, like if you're like he goes into the pen example. I don't care about what the pen looks like. I don't care about how pretty it is. I want to be able to know how can it be beneficial to me. What type of value can it provide? Okay, and that's how people think whenever you're wanting to promote your business. They want to see how it can benefit them. And excuse me, he also talked about leadership and blogging platform. He says a lot of times when people are being marketers are promoting their business, like on Facebook, for example, and they're not getting the likes or comments that they want. He says the reason being is because people are actually watching you. You'd be amazed. They just want to be able to feel if they can trust you, if they decided to join your business, and if you will be there for them. So he says, no worry about that. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and eventually it will fall, and people will come to you naturally. And he also says, take the vision, write it down on tablets so that he who reads it may run with it. Habakkuk 2:2, which I can also relate to. Those are one of the scriptures I used to hold on to as well, because when I'm thinking about a dream, I want to be able to that I want to come true. I want to be able to hold on to it, and so that it can motivate me and it can remind me of where I am trying to be. And he says, do not require your team to do anything that they cannot do. Okay, you cannot force people to do what it is that you want them to do. You can want things for them all day long, but they gotta want it for themselves. And he also says that a lot of people like MLM businesses try to tell you to think about, when you're in recruiting people, they tell you to think about 15 to 20 people that you may know, write them down, and then go to them and talk to them about your business. He says, listen, if you want to do amazing at this, do not do that, because just because people know you does not necessarily mean that they want to join your business. Okay, so you just be wasting your time. And he also mentioned in Viral 5, he says, the lazy has no game to roast, but a diligent man sees precious wealth. Okay, and that's in Proverbs 12:27. Okay, a lot of times when people feel that they're for example, online marketers feel that they're not being successful, that negative energy, law of attraction, starts to seep into them and turns them and begins to turn them for the bad. He says that versus rich people became successful because they saw the future results. They saw their current situation as a trial and error and as a temporary situation, versus the broke people, the obscure people, look at their negative situation into their struggling situation as a permanent situation. He says if you want to be successful, you got to get your mind out of that. Seek into the future and see where it would get you, and you will eventually get there. Okay, and he also mentioned one thing. He says that integration. Okay, he says that diligent people bring inheritance. They bring their wealth into inheritance for their children and their children's children. Okay, versus the obscure people don't think that way. Okay, they don't think about the long term, which is very important that you want to be able to do. And also, my very, very favorite message he said was he showed this clip of leadership where this guy courageously stands in front of everyone, starts dancing all crazy, and eventually some guy joins him and he shows him how to dance. And the next thing you know, it gets all viral. Everyone starts to join him, and leadership was thrown out the window. It was no longer about him. It was actually never about him. It was about the value that he delivered. The fact that people felt that, hey, he looks like he seems like he knows what he's doing, so why don't I go ahead and join? Because he was showing this other guy how to dance. What he did right there was he showed that he cared. Therefore, a lot of people began to follow. People want to know that you care. They don't want to feel like you're just selling them out. So the moment you realize that then wealth begins to come in towards you naturally versus you just trying to sell your product, make money, instead of showing someone how to make it happen for themselves. What you just did right there was you just changed someone's life by bringing them value. And that's what people want to feel. So the message to that was the best way to wealth is to courageously follow and show others how to follow, have the guts to stand out and make things happen. Okay, that's how you build a team. You build a nation. Okay, I'm sorry I went a little over. That's pretty much all that I learned. For the meantime, feel free to comment below and connect with me. Thank you and have a good one.